Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Story Time. Okay, so for this episode of Story Time, I'm going to be reading this one story called Last Night by the Sarcasm Master. Now, his stories are one of the greatest in the Total Drama fandom. His most popular story, in fact, From Drama to Death, I think, yeah, that was like around 500-ish reviews, making it one of the most popular stories in the fandom, and I'm jealous, really. I'm just saying. For this episode of Storytime, I'm gonna be reading one of his one-shots called Last Night. It features a drunk Chris McLean, a totally sane Chef Hatchet, and a Botox Plainly. And what I mean by sane Chef, I mean like, yeah, I'm not gonna be involved with this, I'm just gonna burn his house down. I find that sane, guys, in fact. So yeah, here goes my monthly Storytime episode, and yeah, let's get this thing started, guys.
Oh hey, you guys like what you see? Alright, anyways, let's move on to the story. So here's the story, Last Night by the Sarcasm Master. Hello, this is the Sarcasm Master, and this is a gift for Chris McLean, Cody, Duncan, TD for our Summer Secret Santa. Because why not, am I right? Now, with my reputation when it comes to Chris and my stories, I think it's safe to say that this should be quite a bit of fun. Anyways, let's get this started. So, if you guys don't know, the Sarcasm Master is like a master in the Total Drama fandom. His story, From Drama to Death, I think, is like one of the most popular stories in the Total Drama fandom. So, it's always nice to read one of the most famous, writers in the fandom. So here it is. And look at the name. Chris McLean, Cody, Duncan, TD. What a name. What a name. Anyways, let's get this thing started, right? Chris! Chris! I know you can hear me. Chris! Christopher Robin McLean, this is your mother speaking. I know you can hear me. What kind of idiot doesn't respond on the phone but leaves it on? And don't pull that connection's breaking up crap. I've been there and done that. It's worse than a cliche. Chris, answer me this instant. What did you do? How did you fuck up this time? And am I gonna bail you out again? You can't keep putting this off, son. You know as well as I do that this industry is killer. Well, and what was that rumor I heard about you killing someone? Do I have to call Chef again? Gosh, I don't know what that boy sees in you. You're a wreck. Also, I know you're sitting in the county jail in Austin, Texas right now. I saw the news. But that was that fucking news report, former contestant of your Sierra. Was it? Keeps going off about random tangents. I didn't learn anything. Chris. You're wasting your time ignoring me. You know I won't stop until you tell me exactly what happened. Chris groaned and yelled into the mic. Oh my gosh, why are you so persistent? He took a deep breath, calming himself as he drummed his fingers on a cold hard table. It was true, he was in the county jail for the night. The lady on the other end snapped right back at him. Because you're my son, and I'll be damned if I let you wither either way due to some fickle-ass tabloid attracting moronic and ridiculous scandal. So if you can't tell me exactly what you did, you leave me no other choice. Chris whined. But Mom! No buts. You've proven that you can blow me off just as much as you blow off your co-host. What? You heard me? I'm coming over there and I'm bringing company. Chris struggled to compose himself from smashing the phone to tiny bits and pieces. Okay, but why do you need to bring someone else? Chris cleared his throat and put on his innocent voice. Don't you trust you widow Chrissy? Nope. Fuck you. Likewise. Chris's mom, henceforth known to be as Alice, cleared her throat. Well, I'd best be going. Tidy up best you can before we arrive. Don't get your hair gel withdrawals. Mom, that was one time! You're quaking on the floor, scratching your head constantly like a madman. I didn't know if hair could have that much dandruff in it. Oh my gosh, just get over here and get this over with, would you? Chris yelled and with a childish fury slammed the phone down, officially hanging up. The host would be most sighs, slumping in a cold stone chair. Alice would probably break a few driving laws herself while coming to see him. You could guess so as to who exactly she was bringing along with her to confirm the story. That was the way of things. People would embellish, see things differently, and outright lie. Fun stuff. Half an hour passed and a small old lady with a handbag and high heels calling herself Mrs. McLean strode down to Chris's cell in high heels. Flanking her were two very familiar faces to Chris. Well, Chef was the most popular face, you know, considering how much they worked together for years on Total Drama. On the other side of Alice was Blaney/Mildred, whose face was drawn into a scowl, which really looked weird with the Botox. It kind of freaked everyone out to look at it, in fact. The three stood in front of the cell. Alice cleared her throat. Now, I understand you three all had something to do with last night's incident. Here's the way this is going to work. Each of you will tell your vision of events. I'll decide which one I'll believe after you're all done. You will not interrupt people while they are talking. Clear? She yelled, shifting her glare from Blaney, then to Chef, then to Chris. All three nodded and murmured in vague argument. Alice looked directly at Chris. Alright, son, you're the first. Tell me what happened last night. Chris glanced to his mother, to Chef, to Blaney, and back. He cleared his throat. Alright, let's begin. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but I'm kind of a big deal in the reality TV biz. I mean, Chef knows. Blaney knows. Total Drama was the hit I've been looking for. Didn't you host like a girly ice skating show before that? Or Mom said no talking. Anyways, I recently managed to smile and bluff my way through a major conference. The result, indefinite series of Total Drama planned and next 5 scheduled. Also, I got to use some of the fine print in the contract to make sure that everyone I wanted had to compete. Sure, there were safety guidelines I had to follow when dealing with teenagers from now on, but it was minor. I was going to be paid for what I do best. Torture people. And oh man, did we have ideas. Tons of ideas for future seasons. Jail, a season where all 3 generations compete on Pocket 2 consecutive seasons involving every Total Drama contestant, the 2 winners of each season duking it out to become the in-dispute Total Drama champion. Man, it was gonna be good. Yo, I got a little complaint here. Sam, it's undisputed. So naturally, I wanted to take a few drinks in victory with my buddy Chef. Blaney was also at the bar to celebrate because she'd been excluded from the contract requiring her to compete. Because we all know her even competing in the first place was a fluke and totally unnecessary for World Tour Bar, using up a few episodes we had left over, because whenever Team Victory lost, I'd have it to be an elimination challenge. So the 3 of us were drinking and having tons of fun. We were making impressions of our former campers. Courtney as a CIT, Noah with his gay little wrist flick and whatever, and Leonard's wizard powers. That was when I noticed Blaney was kind of checking me out. Now normally I'd never even consider going out for that, but I was drunk. She was totally into me and we made out a little. She wanted more though, I could tell, but I decided not to. Could be a scandal. I think Chef was a bit jealous. So I decided to move the game towards imitating each other. I imitated Chef, walked into the kitchen, and took a huge ass knife. I don't honestly see why people were so freaked out. I was doing an imitation. But anyways, I'm lugging this huge knife around and I'm not doing anything with it. But people started running away screaming for whatever reason, and I nearly fall on the own blade. That was terrifying. I was about to vomit, but I kept it in. The bartender yelled me to get out, but I've done nothing wrong. So I just told him that I was a reality TV show host and that all the problems could be fixed. Also that he should give me another 5 shots for free because I'm a celebrity and should be expected to pay for things. The dude literally kicked me out of the bar. It was disgusting. Well, I might have gotten a little heated and the cops may have been called. Blaney and Chef tried to help, but they were completely useless as per usual. So naturally, I don't want to spend the night in jail, and this one cop lady was really hot, so I tried to work out an agreement. She didn't appreciate it, and that's how I got this bruise. Anyways, I got sent here for a couple of days, and hopefully no one is pressing charges. There you have it. That is not what happened, Blaney protested after Chris had finished the story. I mean, some of it was, but you embellished parts of it, skimmed others, and outright lied about some. Have you met Chris? Chef asked rhetorically. Blaney, Alice cleared her throat. I say it's your turn now. I don't trust you more than Christopher, but I still like to hear your version of events. Blaney sighed, cleared her throat, and took a deep breath. Okay. Well, Chris got the first part of his story right. Total Drama did get a hell of a lot more seasons, and I was celebrated for not having to be on the shit show any longer. It was moronic that I even got in the show in the first place. At least I didn't have to worry about being called back to that sadistic mess. I could just sit back and enjoy the show. So the three of us decided to go out for drinks. Chef isn't much of a drinker, and I'd never seen Chris drunk before, so I thought it'd be fun to watch. I, of course, drank in moderation, unlike Chris. So naturally, he decides to take a whole bunch of shots because he's a moron. He puts an arm around my shoulder and started hitting me on me while we were in the middle of mocking former contestants. We then started mimicking each other, and he really did a rude imitation of me. Let's just say that your son is really pretty crude when drunk. I'm sure you don't want to hear the details, but it was seriously offensive. So after Chris stops trying and failing, he decides he's going to imitate Chef. At least that's why I thought what he was saying. So he starts going off around screaming with a knife in his hands. I think he pissed himself in the process, actually. Freaking moron he was. Everyone's freaking out. He's just not stopping. Chef tries to stop him, but Chris just blows a raspberry in his face. Then Chris decides to vomit. He vomits all over the floor and nearly slips in it. I nearly puked myself upon seeing it. The bartender started yelling at us. I tried to explain the situation, but Chris was going on and on about how he was a god compared to the poor bartender. He still tried to hit on me, sad to say. The bartender literally kicked him out, which was kind of hilarious until he didn't stop. He wanted us to back him up, but Chef and I realized that he would just mean we were affiliated to him. We decided to pretend we had no idea who he was and continue as we were. Naturally, once the cops show up, he starts hitting on them too. They had to end up knocking him unconscious. I don't remember much more than that. Chris laughed nervously as his mother shot daggers at him from the other side of the bars. You're a disgusting son. You had so much potential. Don't pull that card. It's not like you actually care about that. Okay, you got me. I'm just really tired of bailing you out. We are clearing of the throat. Alice spun her heels and turned to Chef. I've deliberately saved you for last, dear. I'm hoping you can shed some light on this. Chef rolled his eyes. Alright then, here goes nothing. The story started the same as these other two knuckleheads said. We went out drinking, we started imitating other contestants, then each other. Chris and Blaney were both slobbering all over each other. I really don't know why they're denying it, but it was mutually disgusting. Damn, you guys don't even like each other. You both were just horny. Chris started laughing at me because he thought I was jealous or something. And then he went and got a knife and started imitating me. Blaney thought it was hilarious until he started screaming. He vomited, and then Blaney vomited. The bartender kicked him out. Blaney fainted soon after. Chris made the dumbass mistake of hitting on the cops, so they ended up knocking him out. So I realized that I wouldn't have another opportunity to do so. I took Chris's hairspray collection and used it to burn his house down. It was silent in the jail room as everyone stared blankly at Chef. Chef, dear, Alice began hesitantly. No one knew about Chris's house burning down. What? I thought everybody already knew. Chef? Chris's mom, can we pretend this never happened? Whatever. Alright, I believe Chef. Chef Blaney, you can go now. Chef! Chef promptly turned tail and fled, and Blaney closed behind him. Alice placed a hand on the bars, smiling warmly. Don't worry, I'll take care of this. No matter what, you're still my son. Don't pull the guilt card, Chris yawned, resting his chin in his hands. Screw you. As Alice walked away, she stopped for a moment and turned to him. Oh, and Chris? Yeah? Alice smiled. You do something like this again, and I'll be the one to burn your house down. And with that, the elderly lady exited the jail, leaving her son behind.
Hope you enjoyed. Wow. Wow. What a story. What a story. What a story. Wow, what did I just read? I mean, I read it before, yeah. I mean, like, I have read it once, like, prior to this. Like, now reading it again. Wow, Chris can be one insane son of a bitch. Alright, I know. Anyways, I really don't have anything to say, except thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. Comment down below on what story you want me to read next. It could be, you know what, I'm opening up to all fandoms now, alright? So if you guys want me to read like a short Harry Potter one-shot, a Hunger Games smut one-shot, short one, anything really, guys. And Subscribe to my channel for awesome content like this. Also, probably at the end of the month, I will post another storytime episode. However, it's going to be a little bit different. Alright, so with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys maybe, I don't know, at the end of the month with that one shot, and then another one for February, okay?